What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another video. This one's gonna be about Lauren Boebert. How she is definitely one of the coolest female senators out there I've ever seen. She's literally out there protecting the Second Amendment like anyone in Congress should, and that's Democrat and Republican. It does not matter because the whole point is them there to protect our rights, whether it's free speech, whether it's, freedom of assembly, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's what they're there for. Now, this is going to be about HR 3212. This is not a new bill. It apparently has been around for quite some time. And the funny thing about YouTube is you can't find this anywhere other than a few key YouTubers who've actually found other information on other websites. So I'm going to be using Mr. Guns and Gadgets. Love this guy. He puts all sorts of Second Amendment stuff out there. Check him out. It's Guns and Gadgets Second Amendment News. That's the one we're going to watch, okay? And it's Shall Not Be Infringed Act, the 3212. She's reinstating this, and it's supposed to get rid of all current gun laws that have been put forth by Biden and all of his shills, right? So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Like, here's some key older videos. So here's 9 years, 9 years, 9 years, 7 years, 9 years, 11 years. So, this has been something that they have been fighting for quite some time. And I love how you can find super old videos, but you can't find anything as of recently. Kind of funny, right? So we'll go ahead and get into this.
Graybar's barcoding service generates customized labels that are placed on
lot to it, and I'm going to show you all of it. It's a pretty good bill.
Yep.
Before I jump into that, I want to thank the sponsor of the video, and that's CMMG. Guys and gals,
Check them out.
CMMG make a ton of tools that we love in our industry.
So I'm going to skip some of this. Check them out, though. CMMG, really awesome, and they actually just implemented a new payment plan, right? So they're working along with another company, kind of like Walmart, Amazon, a few other companies have been doing with the whole like you pay this company, right? So what this company does is they'll pay outright for you for whatever you're getting, right? And then you make several interest-free payments or however they're going to do it. I haven't checked it out, but I did watch their little video on it. It was really interesting. But yeah, you can make 4 payments of whatever the amount it is, and then from there you fully own your product. Now, the thing with that though is it's like a leasing company or anything like that. So if you miss any payments, they will raise up the amount that you owe them. So always keep that in mind. So if you're gonna do something like that, which I hope a lot of other gun companies do this because it's fucking awesome. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and skip this. I do love CMMG and all that. He has a discount code GNG110 for his stuff, and I'm talking about guns and gear, guns and gadgets. I'm getting a phone call. But I'm doing a video. So I love having this watch. I will call you back in a little bit, bro. But yeah, so
of dough at CMMG.
So that's the discount code for all his stuff for CMMG.
Family. Let's talk about this bill. I literally just got off the phone with Congresswoman Boebert's office, and I have all the information. I got the bill. I read the bill. There's a lot that's kind of wordy, so I'm going to give you the highlights of it, and then I'll be back. I want you to tell me what you think of it. And I love this bill. I really do. Let's check it out.
Now, like I said, what I've noticed about him is he's a lot like I am when it comes to gun rules, gun laws, and all that other kind of stuff. It really only affects the law-abiding citizens, so they shouldn't even be there. The current laws that we do have for murder and assaults, all that stuff, those are properly placed and are well managed as long as we actually have district attorneys doing their jobs, such as throwing criminals in jail. So more and more gun laws do nothing. Period. They don't. But okay, so HR 3212, they don't have the number there, to repeal each gun control measure enacted by the 117th Congress and for other purposes. In the U.S. House of Representatives, Mrs. Boebert introduced the following bill, which has referred to the Committee on blank blank. So, a bill to repeal each gun control measure enacted by the 117th Congress and for other purposes. Okay, first one. Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled. Section 1, short title. This act may be cited as the Shall Not Be Infringed Act of 2023. Section 2, repealing gun control appropriations for fiscal year 2023 and other provisions. Okay. Eliminating ATF budget increase, meaning no more budget for the ATF. They're not even a legitimate actual agency. They are just getting money. That's literally it. They have no rights, no ruling to actually go out there and do what they've been doing. It's just they haven't been getting in trouble for it. They're not like the FBI, CIA, NSA. They're none of that. Okay. So, eliminating ATF budget increases of the unobligated. Unobligated. Okay. Yeah, I'm just balance of the amounts made available. Okay.
This is HR.3212, the Shall Not Be Infringed Act of 2023.
Yep.
And Congresswoman Boebert introduced it to repeal the gun control provisions of every Second Amendment infringement passed by the 117th Congress, including the provisions contained in the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the 2023 Appropriations Omnibus, the Violence Against Women Reauthorization Act of 2023, and the 2023 National Defense Authorization Act.
Yep.
Now, there's a lot to the bill. I've taken a bunch of notes, so I'm going to refer to my screen here, and I'm going to show you some bullet points that I have put on the screen for you as well. Let's jump into it. First, she wants to repeal the following provision.
So, repealing a program bribing states and pass red flag laws. Repealing the decision to criminalize private transfer by reclassifying private seller as gun dealers. Repealing the federal waiting period for some adults to purchase rifles. Repealing laws that disarm adults for mere misdemeanors. So, basically, what that's saying is, this one right here, anyone who's gotten a misdemeanor who may have been denied purchasing a gun, that's going to be gone. Which, misdemeanor, like, the only thing that should prevent someone from having a gun is, once again, being extremely violent with a gun. But even then, in my opinion, they're gonna get one either way, so that being a law is just stupid. No point in that law at all, okay? Because a criminal who's a criminal is going to get a weapon either way. So, creating a law that says, oh, criminals can't have guns, stupid. Stupid, okay? Repealing the federal waiting period for some adults to purchase rifles. Same thing. If a criminal is going to get a hold of something, they're going to do it illegally either way. So why limit the good people from getting something they want or might even need? Right? Okay. Repealing decision to criminalize private transfer by reclassifying private sellers as gun dealers. Meaning, if I wanted to sell my gun to my buddy, right? Let's say I didn't have a gun I really preferred liking or even wanted anymore or whatever, right? And he wanted it. You can do a private sale, sell it from one individual to another. That's perfectly legally allowed. There's paperwork and all the other kind of stuff that is done. But to reclassify and then make it illegal for one to do that is wrong. Like, come on. Because once again, criminals will do whatever they want. So criminals are going to break the law. Stop punishing law-abiding citizens, taxpayers, because that's the whole goal. And that's also why they keep creating gun law after gun law after gun law, which is to stop newer gun owners from actually becoming gun owners, because they'll just like see all this as a headache and they go, I'll just call the police. 30 minutes to an hour later, guess what you're going to wish you had? A gun. And then repealing a program bribing states to pass red flag laws. Bribing. That right there. That shouldn't be allowed. Bribing states to pass red flag laws. Meaning, Democrats saying, hey, we'll give you X amount of dollars if you sit there and create red flag laws. That shouldn't be allowed, and whoever's doing that should get in trouble. Okay.
Of the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act. Number 1, repeal the program bribing states to pass red flag laws.
Yep.
And we've talked about that ad nauseum here on the
Let's see if it changed at all.
Friday. And 4, repeal prohibited persons. So in and of itself, if this bill is able to do just that, it's a huge win.
Big time.
But she's going after more.
Yep.
Next, she wants to repeal the...
Okay, here we go. So, cutting the ATF's 14.1 budget increase. Get rid of that. Cutting $14.4 million for the ATF to maintain its illegal gun registry. Keyword, illegal gun registry. Because any list that has gun owners' names on it and what they have purchased is illegal. They should be abolished just with that alone. Okay? So, cutting $700+ million in bribes for states to pass red flag laws. Right there. Also, once again, illegal. $700+ million in bribes. Illegal. Okay. Reversing the decision to weaponize the VA to attack veterans with gun confiscations. Are you shitting me? Of course, the reason why they did that one, right, is because who is going to jump up and protect this country more than an average everyday citizen? A veteran. Someone who sacrificed their mental stability and or their body for this country and for the people of this country. So, of course, they're going to sit there and go, you know what? You serve this country. Thank you very much. You can't have guns. Fuck off. So, okay. Defunding the Department of Education's efforts to mandate so-called safe storage. Anyone who has guns generally will make sure that their guns are locked up or put in a place where no one can get to them. The majority of anyone who does not do that either A, has no kids and doesn't have to worry about it, or B, is an idiot. Okay? Majority of people, unless they have their gun under their hip, has their guns put up somewhere, hidden somewhere, locked up somewhere. Okay? But at the same time, if it is an emergency situation, such as, oh, someone just broke into your home, they broke down your door, and you can hear the footsteps coming up the stairs, it's going to take you a hot minute to open up your safe or your gun lock, whatever it may be, particularly certain gun locks, right? It's going to take a while. So it's not in particularly too safe for you to have every single gun locked up. Now, your nighttime bed, you know, the one that you might have next to your nightstand, in your nightstand, under your pillow, wherever you may have it, right? That's what they're talking about. Like, oh, every gun has to be locked up. Well, I don't think the criminals who are going to come in and, you know, rape my girlfriend or wife or whatever and murder me and take all my shit really cares if, like, you know, I say, hey, time out, I need to, you know, get my gun out real quick. Then you can play that game. Okay. Defunding VA and HHS programs that track where veterans are storing their guns. Are you kidding me? They want to know where they store their guns. Why? Why? You let these people sacrifice all that they did for this country and for senators and governors to sit on their ass, and now they're like, oh, well, we need to know where you have your guns, what kind of guns you have, how much ammo, how much this, how much... Fuck off. Fuck off. Okay. Defunding programs that discourage women from exercising their Second Amendment rights. That right there. Discouraging women from owning guns. Huh. Guns are the true equalizer in this country and always have been. Okay? Back in the Wild Wild West days, when actually our country was safer because we had women walking around packing. We had men walking around packing. Men were men. So when criminals came rolling into town, they had a shootout. But that shootout was, in particular, to defend their country, their town, whatever it may be. Now, of course, did it happen all that much? No. I mean, they like to play it in movies as if, oh yeah, it was crazy. It was a lawless land. It's worse now than it ever has been. Okay? It's more televised now and people are so used to it, which also is horrible. But okay. Defunding research that labels conservative gun owners as dangerous right-wing radicals. Basically, people like me, right? People like me or anyone like me who's conservative, center, or right, somewhat right-leaning, anybody in that spectrum are being watched, quite literally, by our government. NSA, FBI, ATF, all of them. They are watching those type of people. It's clear and obvious that they're not paying attention to any of the sexually, transitioning individuals who've gone on social media outwardly threatening anyone who's conservative and anyone who doesn't accept trans rights. Huh? Like, legit. They actually had the dossier of that Mexican white supremacist who couldn't speak fucking any English, really, who just got brand new Nazi tattoos and everything else. They had all his information, but yet we're still waiting from the Nashville fucking shooter. Huh. I wonder why. Maybe because the FBI, NSA, ATF, all of them were quite aware of these people. And I'm talking about the bank, the Nashville shooter, and the other one who planned it. Luckily, their mom or dad, whoever, their parent, turned them the fuck in. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And go figure, white person did that. Good job on you, parent. But, kind of funny, right? Some Mexican white supremacist whose parents can't speak a lick of English. I'm pretty sure the government, CIA, went to that man, said, hey, we'll pay for your family, we'll take care of your family, yada, 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 if you do this one stupid thing. He sacrificed himself, and bam! It's all about a gun control agenda. It's literally what it is. But all of that stuff. Heck yes, I am definitely for this right here.
The following provisions of the 2023 Appropriations Omnibus Bill. She wants to cut the ATF's 14.1% budget increase.
Yep.
And according to her bill, that's $140,929,000. Number two, she wants to cut $14.4 million for the ATF to maintain its illegal gun registry. And as we know, that's nearly $1 in bribes.
Okay, let's see here.
Gun owners as dangerous and divide, conquer. You know the rest.
Exactly, divide and conquer.
Her bill was only able
Haven't watched this video.
Those things, big win. But there's more.
Ooh.
The shall not be infringed.
Here we are. Okay. Repealing the law that directs law enforcement to criminally investigate people who fail firearm background checks, and even though 90% of the time the system falsely denies a law-abiding citizen their right to bear arms. Go figure. It will literally be, because like that whole background check, right, is done by the FBI. It's their job to make sure to have people on a list, which at the same time, there should be no such thing as a list, right? Back in the day, you were able to go to a store, any store that had firearms, and you can purchase a gun. There was no, oh, hey, you have to fill out all this information, you have to do all this shit. No, it was never like that. You used to go into a store, buy a gun, go home with said gun. It was that easy. Now, you have to fill out all this paperwork, send out all this information so that the government can go, yep, you can have a gun. If you legally live here, you pay taxes, in my opinion, you should go to a store, buy a gun, go home with gun. That's how it is. It should go back to those good old days. Okay. Defunding a program that enables the ATF to deputize local police to enforce federal gun laws. Kind of like the FRT trigger things that they're going after right now. If you have not seen the videos, several people have done videos on it. Heavy Duty Country was one of them. Colleen Noir, several other gun people, and even non-gun people have done videos on a female ATF agent who obviously should not be an ATF agent because she literally looks like if she got into some shit, like if shit hit the fan, she would be useless. You take one look at her, you know she's running, she's hiding, she is not going to fight. But of course, they bring a big burly white man with a fucking plate carrier on his chest, ready and ready to go just in case. And he was a police officer. And sir, you should be ashamed of yourself. I hope to God every other person sat there and saw your face and is like, dude, I hope all your friends are like, bro, really? Really? Huh. Can't trust you now. Can't trust you now, because it would have been me. I would have said, no, I'm not going with no ATF agent whatsoever. You should have took the stance like a lot of sheriffs did when they were introducing the pistol brace ruling of, we're not enforcing this because it's not a law. That gentleman should not have went anywhere with that lady, because guess fucking what the FRT trigger thing is. It's not a law. It's a rule that ATF decided to change their mind on. But okay, yeah. Defunding the ATF. In my opinion, they should just be abolished. People sit there and go up in our... we need the ATF for what? To go and, like, scare tactic the American citizens? No, we don't.
Act would also look to repeal the following provisions of the Violence Against Women Reauthorization Act of 2023. It would look to repeal the law that directs law enforcement to criminally investigate people who fail firearm background checks, even though 90% of the time the system falsely denies a law-abiding citizen their right to bear arms.
Yes.
And defund the program that enables the ATF to deputize local police to enforce federal gun laws. Talked about that ad nauseum. It's a way for ATF to get local cops to do their bidding, because there's not enough ATF agents to carry out Biden's anti-gun rhetoric.
It's not even that they don't have enough agents. It's literally, if their agents were to get into a physical altercation, that is why they're there. Because they know that the people that they hired are not actual agents. It would literally be like if the police hired somebody, right? And the person they hired goes to separate somebody or whatever, and they can completely manhandled, right? Which has happened several times with the diversity hires of them hiring women or certain kind of people who should not have that job. Who should not have that job. And I'm not against women police officers. It's more of, if you're going to send a woman police officer somewhere, make sure she has like another female who can back her up, or, a male partner. That way, if there's men there, she has backup. Okay?
So they want to just put it on the local guys and gals, which is why a lot of states are saying, no. We can't have it. SAPA, the Second Amendment Preservation Act. I love it.
Same.
Finally, in the 2023 National Defense Authorization Act, there was a segment in there that required safe storage. This would repeal that requirement. You want to say, if you want to lock yourself up, go after it. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
But the government shouldn't force you to do something with your...
Yeah, they shouldn't force you to do something with your own stuff. If it's your house and you know how your house is, you should be able to store your guns anywhere you want, however you want. And if something happens badly, such as, oh, hey, your kid gets a hold of your gun and shoots themselves or someone else, that's on you, the parent, and you will get fined and go to jail. Let people be people. Let adults be adults. Stop treating the American citizens like we're fucking children. Like, you keep taking our money and keep taking shit from us, and it's getting to the point where it's like, as I recall, I think I'm in my 30s, so I am definitely old enough to know to follow rules and laws, or at least do common sense things. Huh. Come on.
Right. Yeah. Now, I have a link down below to congress.gov, and you can see the 13 co-sponsors right on the door.
Okay, so here's the 13 co-sponsors with Miller, Niels, Norman, Ogles, Donalds, Gozar, Duncan, Davidson, Harshbarger, Brinken, Bishop, Rosendale, and Weber. And Texas, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Ohio, South Carolina, Arizona, Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, Texas, and Illinois. Now, it does bother me that my own state isn't a part of this yet. So, Alaska, get the fuck on it. Get the fuck on it. Because the thing is, with how the lower 48's going, and how a lot of their shit's affecting us up here, I'm kind of getting tired of it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of that Alaskans are too.
I'm sure more will jump on as it gets a little
More traction
under it. And I'm bringing this to you. If you think that this bill should get some support, then call your congressmen and women. And I'll have a link down below how you can figure out who your congressmen and women are.
Oh, I already did that.
Contact them. You can find.
Oh, I already called our senator's office.
You can call the switchboard to the U.S. Capitol. It's area code 202-224-3121.
There you go.
Regularly, and the lady who answers the switchboard every time I call, it's been a woman. She's absolutely a sweetheart, and you just like say, can you please connect me to Congresswoman Lauren Boebert's office? It works for U.S. reps and U.S. senators. It's a great tool. I'll have that number down below as well. Guys and gals, let me know what you think of this bill, Shall Not Be Infringed Act. Perfect world, right? This isn't even necessary, right? Because shall not be infringed means shall not be infringed. And
you'd think, right?
Or any other president before him, because there's many on both sides of the aisle. Reagan banned machine guns in '86. Let's not forget that, right? There's all kinds of stuff on both sides of the aisle that should already have been taken off the books.
Yep.
Because it was an infringement.
And the funny thing is, so this video's over. Funny thing is, but right, about the whole Reagan Machine Gun Act and how they got rid of it and the reasoning why. Kind of funny that gun, violence skyrocketed after that. They took away the civilians' means of defending themselves and started limiting the civilians more and more and more and more. And guess what has happened? Crime has skyrocketed. Criminals have gotten more flamboyant, more brave in doing stupid shit because they now know there's less and less people who will have the same means, the same type of weaponry, who will use it against them. Okay? So, kind of funny. So, I am definitely for HR.3212, the Shall Not Infringe Act. Love that. Watch this dude. His channel is Guns and Gadgets, Second Amendment. Look up Mr. Guns and Gadgets. Love this guy. He does great stuff. And every single time, anything that deals with the Second Amendment, the dude is out there making sure it's getting out there to be known. So, once again, check him out. Guns and Gadgets. He awesome. He rocks. Support HR.3212. Call your local and your state representatives and let them know how you feel about it. And let them know this is America, and we wanted to go back to what it was like before. So, like, share, subscribe, spread the word. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Catch me for my next one. Later, guys.